I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions.
We play to win. Let's go! Set, hut, 60 out low. Right here, we go Mike 40, Mike 40. Harper, it's Harper. 49, check 49.
Now Haskins on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Set, 15 on it, 15 on it. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
They run again on first down. Peterson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the run, watch the run. Go, Mike.
From midfield now, Haskins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go! 60 yards. Go, go, go. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist. Hey, hey, watch it, watch it. 61. Match box. Right. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. 25. Check it.
A first carry now for Thompson. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 43.
32. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie up to make the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, fly low. Let's go. Hey, high 7. 53 is the mic. Right here, right here. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Alert! Check.
Stafford now to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Deron Payne forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
3rd down.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Hey, box drop. 53 to Mike. 53, check 53. Like 7. Big 20. Check. You got tight right there.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Let's go. Come on. Go. 40's the mark. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
2nd down, Haskins. And his throw is incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Check. Crunch.
Haskins now off the bootleg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Christian Jones. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Yo, check 3. Check 4. Yo. Me.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Quinn. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense. Check.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
So you set. Blue 60. 22. Hey, 5-0.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford. And James has it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here we go. Here we go. And we.
6-man. Check curls. Check curls. Check curls.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. 81.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 43's the mic, boys. 43.
From the 45 on second down, Haskins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Hey, switch gears. Switch. Okay. Spell.
On third down, Thompson. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 5-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Only 2 there on the dump-off. It's third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Set. Waiting. 51 to mine. Hey, easy, easy. 32. Hey, defense, let's go. Stay 50, stay 50. Switch, switch, switch. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Stafford on third down. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Set. 250. 3, Mike. Danny. 40 got. Alert!
first down carry here for Johnson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
At the 32-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Mike 53. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Zero. Check 3. Check 3. Drill right. 22.
Now Stafford. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check 3. Check 3. Hey, red.
Here's Stafford. He's got Curse. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Monday. 35 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Hey. Play. Mike 35. Let's get the ball.
Now Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And the Lions first down.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Let's go.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the screen. Echo. Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up. Good roll. West. Kill.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. Got a man. That's Quinn. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter. Here we go. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Drill right, 22. Mike 51. Hey. Hey, give me radar.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
180. Watch twist. And middle. Watch the twist.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alert!
Shit! Kill!
Easy,
out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They start the drive with Peterson. Peterson a 1st down and more. And down to the 29-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Check. Fresno. Check 13.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Check 26.
On play action, Haskins. Caught on the right side, Reed. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed. 43 yards, and the Redskins have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Watch the pass. Hey.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. The run. 22. Hatchet.
Back to throw. Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Middle.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Kill. Double right.
Throwing is Stafford. Airing one deep for Curse. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
Ready? 50 wants the mic. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Zip it. Some motion. Tight dog. Yeah. He's going, boys. He's moving.
They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Pull it together. Hey, get him. Go on. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. That'll be caught right side by Reed. 11 yards there, 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages,
when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And off comes to Peterson. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins, and that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Redskins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
After the sack on 1st down, Haskins, he's going to air one out, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
44, Mike, 44. I got it. 44 is the Mike. 44 is the Mike.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
44's the Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 14-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I know he ain't got
it. From the 17, Stafford Looking downfield for Jones. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Detroit. 53 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Now it's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. But now it's 3rd down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
That's got to be a long day. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Mike 22.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
53 is the mic. 53. Check 53.
It's our time. It's our
53. Ready.
24. Check.
40 got. 40 got.
Kill.
To throw is Stafford. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Ready. 10. Touchdown. 51.
65. 65.
First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
That's a safety creep.
Zoom. Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
Watch the screen.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 75 yards. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The line take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Johnson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets up making some noise. It's 3rd and short. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
35 the mic. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st down, Lions.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stafford. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
Lady! 51. Hey, pick your game up. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Zero.
Now it's Stafford. Complete outright to Kurz. 25 yards that time. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Easy, easy. Come on, let's go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Hey. Tighten up. Tighten up. Check 50. Check 50. Hey, motion backfield.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's go. Hey. 53. Mike 53. Hey, that's
Stafford now to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
51.
seam 6, seam 6.
Now Stafford. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Drop deep, drop deep.
They'll hand it down to Geis. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. And they'll indeed take a knee.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.